Hello, everybody. I'm back again. This time going to be another story from the Babylon Bee. And if you like what I'm doing, then please follow me on the Facebook page of AU79 News and Politics. And with that, we'll go to another story from the Babylon Bee. And this is one that I actually really might be able to give some insight into. Excuse me. Keep on spitting. Got a lot of spit in my mouth. Anyways, okay, so the title is Local Christian Parents Pay University 100,000. I might have said that right. If not, I'll just say big number. To totally destroy 18 years of their hard work. Okay, well, my prediction of the article is that it's going to feature about how that when no, how was I going to say it? I'm predicting that the article is going to focus on the fact that statistically, if you send a Christian kid to college, there is a lot of young Christians, young 18-year-old Christians, actually end up losing their belief within the Bible and what it teaches within the first year. And I think the number, I want to say it's 60 or 80%. I know it's really high. So I have a feeling that the article is going to talk about that. And I need to remind everybody in YouTube 3 things. The reason why we're looking at the Babylon Bee is because it makes us talk. Here we are. Nope. Actually, I'm really bad with trying to figure out where my things are with the camera. I need a mirror to camera. Anyways, so Babylon Bee does 3 things that are important. It makes us think, it makes us talk, and it makes us laugh. Those 3 things are very important when it comes to news and politics. And so with that, let's go on with this and see if I was right with my prediction. And my beard is a little itchy. Oh yeah, the beard's different too. I got right now it looks kind of like a bad person beard. Okay, so Boston, Maryland. I think that's MA. I'm not going to lie, I was pretty bad at geography. Okay, so according to sources, local parents, I don't know how to say their names, but it's not important, are shelling out a lot of money to send their son to college and utterly destroy every good thing they have tried to teach him for the last 18 years. Okay. I have a feeling that this is, what these parents don't know, said one expert, is that pretty much all kids who go to college end up more dumb and when they graduate than they will when they win it. Just trying to say to get stupider. We're honestly surprised people are still paying for this stuff. Study shows that most universities ceased being places of higher learning many decades ago and are instead Marxist indoctrination centers designed to turn students into mindless activists for radical social revolution. I think I read that part right. Oh yeah, good. I have the cursor catching. Okay. I haven't done this for a while, so I don't remember my settings or OBS. At college, his faith will be assaulted on a daily basis, and every value he has been taught will be deconstructed until there's nothing left. When he graduates, he will be a lost, miserable soul who wouldn't be able to get a job and will wander aimlessly throughout life for 10 years until he rediscovers for 10 years until he rediscovers God again and finds the meaning and purpose he long left behind. Yeah, there are, I haven't read any stories, but there are a lot of stories of longtime atheists becoming Christians. Becoming Christians and having a very good moment, a very good experience. with making that choice. But yeah, I actually went to the community college that I was a while back. I went to a community college for a little bit. I said a little bit, but I meant to say about 2 years or so. I mean, I liked the college. It wasn't bad. I didn't graduate, although there was some stuff that happened, and I just kind of lost interest and felt odd being there. So I just decided to not go anymore. So if you want to, you could say that I just quit, and I do think that is a fair descriptor for that. But one of the things that I noticed, I guess, yeah, I guess I'm going to talk about a little bit of my college experience that I had. Not that since it was a community college, it's not like there were anything extremely exciting, but I do want to talk about some of the political side that I've noticed with the college, and it was just a community college. It's one that's all around the state, but it is just a community college. Well, one of the classes that you have to take is called Intro to College, which I feel is a waste of time because basically all they taught you was anything that you all Intro to College I think was a waste of time because what I learned in the class was stuff that I already knew, and for the most part it was more of it was an introductory to college. But the class, what they tried to teach you is that they told you that you need to do your homework, you need to do your stuff, don't take more than what you need to, and there was just a whole bunch of stuff to where if you had good parents, you wouldn't need it. And the other thing is that the teacher that I had, I don't know if he was a leftist, but he definitely came across that way. Because before I actually found out about microaggressions, in that class he actually played a video on YouTube about microaggressions. Now, I don't remember the name of the video, but the video was basically just that there was an Asian person and there was just a basic white person, and the microaggression that they was trying to highlight within the video was asking where someone's from. Which, I mean, if somebody sounds interesting, you're going to ask them where they're from. If somebody has an accent, you're going to ask them where they're from. And that doesn't mean that doesn't mean anything bad. It just shows, if anything, it shows that you are interested. You are interested in the person who you're asking. Well, the bit, which was supposed to be funny, but it was highly exaggerated. And I would say because it was highly exaggerated, it just diminished the value of the so-called microaggression. But what happened is that I don't remember what country the guy was. No, actually, I think the guy was American. Yeah, I think the guy was American. The chick asked, and then she did a little stereotype portrayal of the place that he was from. Plus, I think she did a stereotype portrayal of a country that she thought he was from, and then eventually the guy asked her where she's from, where she's from, and then he made an impression of that, and it's like, this is so over the top. Why? This doesn't mean anything when you try to exaggerate it so greatly. It doesn't mean anything. But The guy showed that video, and he also showed some other videos too. I actually had him for English as well, for English 101, and there was some other videos that he had shown as well that I thought was very suspicious. And yeah, and with that, oh yes, one of the other interesting things that you might have that you may not know is that sadly a lot of colleges do not have a significant number of Republicans or probably even Christians. Well, at least Republicans. And when I took, there was only two teachers that I had where I felt that if I wanted to express my views, my political or my, yeah, there was only two teachers who I felt that if I wanted to express my political or my religious views, that they would actually be accepting of them. And yeah, that they would be accepting of them. And that was a psychology teacher that I had, not psychology, psychology teacher that I had. And then there was a chemistry teacher. Well, as far as I know, his main thing is chemistry, but he also taught the earth science class, and I had him for both class in the same semester. And he had some of the same beliefs that I did. And those were the only two people that I felt that if I would have said something to them about my beliefs, political or religious, that they would accept it. Debate is fine. I like debate. Oh yes, I was trying to think of some other examples that I came across. I took psychology, not psych. Yeah, I, I'm having trouble speaking. I took sociology, and one of the things that I noticed is that the teacher was very. I shouldn't say very, but the teacher definitely had liberal leanings, and it was actually very obvious that they were liberal leanings because, well, one of the chapters we were talking about groups of people. Yeah, I think it was groups of people, and I think it had to do with the in group or the out group, something like that. And we will specifically, and for the book, it specifically focused on the America group, on America as a group. And one of the things that she also did is that she gave us a printout of the PowerPoint that she uses, which was helpful, and it was a way to also keep notes if you needed to. But one of the two of the slides that I came across was that one slide was about trying to think of how to word it. Was about gay marriage. I can't think of any funny way to put it, so I'll just say it as it is. There was a slide about gay marriage, and it said specifically in the slide that gay marriage was part of civil rights. I think it was. Yeah, I think the thing was broken up into different rights that people had, something like that, and it listed gay marriage as being a right. Well, with being a Christian, I of course don't agree with gay marriage, but I will say if they want to have a civil union, that is fine. I've always believed that marriage is between a man and a woman, but not just a man and a woman. There is one more aspect to that. It is also between the couple and the Lord himself. So if I talk about marriage, if I'm referring to marriage, I am referring to I'm referring to the agreement between the couple and the Lord himself. And and then there was another slide that we came across, which was it was also about in-group, out-group type stuff. And one of the things it was talking about assimilation, which is the process where somebody comes to a new country and they gradually over time just kind of become a part of the country instead of being stuck where they was when they came. They actually started to take in some of the values and become a reflection, and actually start to become a reflection of some of the value of the values of the country. And she told us to cross to mark that slide out because we wasn't going to be tested on that. We wasn't going to be asked about that or something like that. And she also talked about other things, but and the funny thing is that this sociology teacher, she actually has her dad actually teaches at the other college that is in the town, and this college is known for their Christian beliefs. And so I thought it was interesting that the ideals that she expressed, the ideology of the ideals were those that would be opposite of the Christian belief, to some extent. But yeah, college. If you are a Christian and a Republican, you are going into hostile. You are going into hostile. You are going into enemy territory. I was trying to say the other word, but I just couldn't get it out of my mouth. But you are going into enemy territory. If you bring up your views, it's going to be pushed back on, which is fine. It's fine that your views are pushed on because, well, how would I? Yes, it's fine if your views are pushed back on, because the best way to strengthen your views is to be challenged. One way I would say is that when somebody challenges your views and you go about still believing them, that means that you don't blindly. Well, hopefully what you did is that you actually went and researched. You did critical thinking, which is what they claim that colleges help, but I would argue they don't. Now I kind of feel like I'm just rambling about stuff, but either way. Oh, excuse me, I got a bolt. Either way, trying to say, well, trying to keep it short, but college is enemy territory if you are a Christian or a Republican or both. And with that, yeah. If you liked the video, then give it a like. And of course, always come and check me out here. I'm banned at the moment, so I can't post anything, but you're more than happy to post things. And yes, if you liked the video, then give it a like. If you didn't like the video, then by all means give it a dislike. And tell me in the comments how to make this better. And hopefully, we may be able to have some healthy discussions as well. And yeah. So with that, I hope that you have a good day, and I bid you adieu.